friends. It is Ann. It is Thursday. It is time to create. Let me shed some light on this situation. I'm going to pull us up on my iPad to make sure we are live. There we are. I am excited to see you all this morning. We are going to be working on a cottonwood board from Millers Rustic Sawmill. And we are going to be using this wonderful stencil, Christmas Eve Magic, but it is sold out. I did put the link for the whole Christmas set in there so that you can look through any ones that are sold out. If you want those, just let Essential Stencil know. Put yourself on the wait list. And it is my understanding that some of them will be restocked. I don't know if all of them will be restocked, but I know there are several of them that are going to be restocked. So put yourself on the wait list so that you know when they are available. As you've seen, this does not fit completely on here. Hey, Miss Kimberly. So we are not going to use all of it. And while I do the background in blue, I want to ask you, do we want to do, oh, come back here. This is going to go all the way down. We're going to have some other trees on the sides. Do we want to do just Christmas Eve without all the other words? Or do we want to add... Now I would have to break that up. This one is Wish Up on a Snowflake. Do we want to add Wish Up on a Snowflake? I would do Wish Up on at an angle and Snowflake right here. So you guys let me know. I am thinking to use Wish Up on a Snowflake, Wish Up on and Snowflake. Or we can do Christmas Eve. You guys let me know, and I will go and paint our background. Thanks for sprinkling. Hey, Sherry. I still have to sand the backside a little bit better. It had a saw spot on here, saw blade spot, but I'm okay with that. I want this, and it has a smaller side and a bigger side, which it will sit like this, so I don't mind that, but I want to lay it to where I know it is straight. These are hand cut from their sawmill, and I just love that. What am I looking for? I'm looking for my gloves. Oh, thank you, Kimberly. I figured blue and blue, you know, frosty. And you guys know that I love snowmen, so you know you're going to see some snowman projects. I'm a snowman fanatic. I just love snowmen. Does anybody else in here love snowmen? And you heard me say, my daughter collects Santas, and I collect snowmen. Wish Up on a Snowflake. That's what I thought too. I just thought that would be really good. And I just want to show you that you can take stencils and mix and match them and create something new magical with them. You do not have to use them the way that, and this is a semi-transparent one, you do not have to use them the way that they are intended. You can take bits and pieces, move things around. I mean, you've seen where they created a porch leaner and put the words sideways on there. I mean, there are so many different ways. And that is the blue we're going to use for our background. And let me tilt this down so that you can see. And I'm going to lay this in here. Harbor Freight sponges, I use them at least 8 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And since I am not done with the back yet, I still have to sand that, I am just going to do the top. And this will be a really nice winter evening or night background. Can you guys see good? Yeah. Excuse my messy desk. I wish you couldn't see that stuff back behind me there. Maybe if I swing the camera this way, you won't see my little fan back there. It's just depending on which way you have the camera facing, you see different aspects of your craft room. And my craft room is a messy craft room. It seems every time I clean up, I can't find things. But if it is messy, I know where everything is at. Isn't that the strangest thing? That doesn't happen to you guys, does it? You always have a clean craft room and find everything, right? You love Snowman? Oh, good, I'm not the only one. Yes, exactly. Wish upon can be used throughout the winter, and that's what I was thinking. I just did not want to take away from the stencil the meaning of the stencil. But I also wanted to show that you can use it in a different way. And this cottonwood is a really pretty wood. I have not stained it as far as just using a stain or a wood honey on here. But it is just a beautiful, beautiful wood. I have never had cottonwood before, so I didn't know. And we will add some other things to this. Something just fell in the background. We will add some more depth to the background. I've got some blue paints that we might add to this, because I want different shades of blue in here. I'm going to go over it one more time, because there's still a couple of spots where I can see the wood coming through. Because I do want good coverage. And I love stain because it covers very quickly, easily. And it dries fast. My preferred paint is Deco Art. It's always been Deco Art. Even when I was doing other things, Deco Art just seemed to be really good. And Folk Art is also a very good paint. And every creator has their own preferred paints. So try out what works best for you. I'm going to leave it. I probably will do the edges, but I also might do the edges in a brown instead of the blue. I will finish tapping that in later. I wanted to make it sealed good enough so it will not tip over and pop. If you have not ordered your stencils that you've been eyeing or wanting, or check the website out, essentialstencil.com. I put the link for the whole set in here. They are selling out fast. Bundles have sold out, individual stencils have sold out, so put yourself on the wait list. let them know that you want that particular stencil. I know some of them they are bringing back. I don't know if they're going to bring all of them back. I don't know if they have enough time to bring all of them back. But even if you don't get them for this season, you can get them for the next season. And again, some of them are winter stencils, so you can use them throughout the winter. As always, I go over and sand this back a little bit because it does raise the grain. Some woods, it raises it more than others. And we will go back over it again when we put the other stencils on. Do you see how this board took the paint or the stain and has like different shades of blue on there now? It's just really pretty. And seems to be lighter on the bottom than the top. But I also picked out deep midnight blue and a little bit of Prussian blue, and I think I am going to add just a little bit of extra color in here. I'm going to throw this plate away. It has more sawdust on there than paint. We're going to streak a little bit of those blues in to just deepen that background color a little bit. Okay, deep midnight blue, and that's deep midnight blue, and that's Prussian blue. And I think once we feather that in a little bit, it will look good. Let me use one of these. I was wanting one of my 1-inch brushes, but I'll just use this little one. This is my 1-inch. I'm most going to be looking for the 2.5-inch one. And I'm just gonna add a little bit of dimension to our sky, our night sky. I'm using this color first. And I am not making continuous strokes. I'm just having little strokes here and there because I want it to look like a night sky. And a night sky is not solid dark. I'm going to switch to my Prussian blue. I'm going to tilt it for just a moment because my ring light's playing tricks on me. And we will add some other things to this so it will all blend together. Trust the process. And if there is any stencils or bundles, things that you're interested in, the transfers are absolutely amazing. I can't wait to create with them. Make sure that you use an ambassador code. Mine is WK21. If you type in !code, it will give you my code automatically. If you type in !ES, it will give you a link to the Essential Stencil page. I want a little bit more of this blue over here on this side. I'm being strategic with this one because I want a little bit of certain color in certain places. I left it mainly light on the bottom. When you see the different shades of blue now, and that's what I wanted. I wanted it to be a little bit varied in color to give it some dimension. I know the budget is the thing. I know you can do a payment plan and all the things, but if there is a particular one that you like, at least get that one. Like if you want the Word or, you know, one of the other ones, they are just awesome. And I absolutely love, I'm going to have to untangle this thing here for just a second. I absolutely love the transfers. All of the transfers are amazing. And since I'm from Germany, I really love the Scandinavian ones, of course. Oh, a quick little sand. It's looking good. I'm trying to lay this semi-straight on here. Okay, the scene is going to be on the bottom right here. Like so. And I might even push it all the way down so that my snow sits on the bottom. And then I have room on both sides. So I'm going to add some trees in the background, and I'm using this one. I did not add that on there. This is one pine trees. I think it was last year. So I'm going to add those in. Just to have a couple of extra trees in the background. I hole punch mine so that I know my left hole, that's where the, that's the way they are cut, that's the way they need to lay. So I know I want some trees back here, so I am going to see how I want to place those, and I'm probably going to take a couple of those and extend them out. I just want to see how I want to do these. Put that one in the back. And that one in the front. And maybe that one in the back too. Okay, let's start with this one. Making sure they're going to be on there straight. And I got 3 different greens. I've got Evergreen, Hauser Deep Green, and Forest Green. I am going to start with the Hauser because these are in the very, very back, so they'll be darker. The fonts are amazing. Thank you. I appreciate that, Kimberly. A lot of paint came out. I am going to use a 3/4 inch brush. I know you don't see me use these often, partially because I didn't clean up my brushes yet. I've got plenty of new brushes I can use. Now I keep going back to my old brushes. And remember, these trees will not have much detail. They are just going to be in the back. Load your brush to about right there. If you have paint on the sides, also wipe your sides off. And then we'll just unload until you have a dry brush. And again, these are going to be in the background. You will not see much of these. No detail. I will give them a brown trunk. Yep, that's exactly how I wanted it. There's no paint on the back. I'm just going to hold under this one because I will use that on the other side. I've got to lay it out to see. I'm lining it up with the bottom of the board. And I will come back and add the brown. I'm going to go do the green all the way through. I will lay this back on and do the brown in a little bit. Let's dry this up. If you're good in hand painting, like Miss Tammy, you can hand paint. I bend these when I try to clean my stencils, so be careful. They will bend. And again, I am lining it up with the bottom of my board. I am going to add a little bit, that's the house, of the evergreen in here, to use the evergreen on this tree. Sure I am. Be careful on those parts that are raised. Which stencils would you like for me to stencil with? Which ones are the ones that you would like to see or transfers used? Let me know in the comments. looks good. Let me show you what that looks like right now. And I got to go in and put the brown on there for the stem. I mean the trunk. Stem. Ah, that was funny. Now this time I am going to do that one, this one. I want this one in the background. No, the other way around. I want this one in the background. About right there. Now I'm still using the same color. That dark Hauser. Careful on the edges right here that I bent up. Extend all this down all the way. And yes, they will have a little bit of snow on them. Dry that, there's one wet spot. Whoa. I've got a stash of brushes and I just need to use them. Yes. Just need to use the brushes. And don't throw away your old brushes. You could still use them to do backgrounds, to you know, as scruffy brushes. There's still uses for them. Unless the bristles are falling out completely, then whoa. I don't think I'm going to get any more out of this one. I think it is clogged up. But I made a little mess, so let me clean that up before I get that on my board. I just switched to the evergreen color. I still got the dark green on here. And I'm only putting 2 trees on this side. And I did not extend this tree down to put the trunk down, so let me lay this back on and add the trunk. That's a nice thing about these. You can just line them back up. I am going to get a white out so that I can put my brushes in it. And then we're going to take some brown on a dome brush and add our trunk. Whoa, that was just about a disaster. My Clorox container, the paper towel got hung on it, and it just about landed in my water bucket. That would not have been good. I'm just going to use one of these little ones. These stone brushes are amazing. And I'm just going to use burnt umber for the tree trunks. I'm just going to use it out here. Same thing, you load your brush and you offload your brush. I'm not even concerned about it being solid coverage because this is, like I said, the background tree. So it is just a shade. All right, let me get this one down. Somebody's announcing that they laid an egg. And see, I'm not even doing solid coverage on here. I'm just doing an indentation of where the trunk is. Move it over here and do the same. Just a little brown, that's all. Well, why can I not line this one up? There we go. This one you'll see a little bit more of the tree trunk. So I added just a little bit more brown. Oh, that's the other one. Always make sure that the back of your stencils are clean before you lay them back down. Because I have done that. I have used the stencil and did not pay attention and transferred paint. And very lightly you'll see the brown for the trunks. And there's our little grouping. Let's see. Next is our big boy. And I'm pulling the snow all the way down on the board, and I'm kind of looking to see that I'm somewhat in the middle, so it'll look symmetrical. I think I'm going to scoot over a little bit to right here. I am going to take this one down. I am not doing this. I'm just doing the snowman and the trees. Since I've got my brown, or my green already, I'm just going to go ahead and continue with the trees But this time I'm using forest green because these are a little bit more in the foreground. Still using the same brush. Do you see how much lighter that green is to use for the foreground trees? And they are going to be in a little bit of a different shade because I still have that dark green on here. I am going to get me a backer board because I don't want to do the snow. Got to figure out, I'm gonna have to use two different backer boards because I've got a top and a bottom right here that I've got to protect. And on these we can stipple to give it dimension. And using the dome brushes on this little guy would probably be good. I load the brush again. Offload. I love the way these trees are shaped. They are just looking amazing. And we will use our little dome brush again to add the stems, trunks, not stems. Those are not flowers. I'm just gonna get a little bit of paint on here and I am just gonna dab it. I am not offloading much. I just want to give it a little bit of a raised look, like a little bit of texture. It probably will not show up on the camera really well. Got to do our little trunks. You ladies still there? Whoa, that was a little much paint. Let me know which stencils or transfers you would like for me to use. I put way too much paint on my brush, so I'm offloading the sides as well. I'm going to do his little stick arms. For the snow, I am going to do at least 2, if not 3 coats of white. And I'm also going to do the stars. I'm going to add deep ochre first, and then I'm going to do gold over top. You still there? Good. I didn't know if you left me. Don't leave me. 5/8. Way too much paint, ladies. Still too much paint. Offload. And I'm just going to do, if I get white on the trees, it's okay, because I am going to add snow anyway on them. Right now, I am just doing a little light load of white. And I am going to do the whole snowman in white, and then I'm coming back with the other colors. You love the reindeer transfers? I like the, oh my goodness, what's the one? It was an extra, a bonus one with the deer on there, the 12x16 size. Oh my word, that one is just amazing. But there are so many of the transfers that I like. Those Santas look so real. I mean, they are just amazing. You can add diamond dust to this to make it glitter, shimmer, and shine. I am probably gonna use either the holographic illusion or the enchanted shimmer to give it a little bit of shine. And since this is snow, I am pouncing. It gives it a little bit of stippling, gives it a little bit of texture and makes it look raised. I just got to be careful because I got it laying all the way at the edge, so I have to hold the stencil down here. I need a little bit more paint. What color scarf do you want me to give him? His hat's going to be black. I'm going to do the black hat. And while I have this white on here, I'm just going to give these a little dusting of snow. Some have a little more snow than others. Maybe the animals have landed in it and knocked the snow down. Make sure our snowman is really good and white. While I have the white on, I am going to go ahead and do the yellow for the gold stars. Just to make that gold pop when we use it. I'm going to make those snow. You know what? What is going to make all of these stars? And then we'll add snow. I am getting as much paint off. I am going to dry it and I'm going to come back and do the gold. And after we have the words in, we can add more details to this. And I am using Splendid Gold. I'll look here in a moment and see what color you decided for the scarf. Oh gracious, my brain was not working. Now that gold will pop since we've used a similar color underneath. Make sure I've got everybody. They all look good. Alright, I'm going to use an itty bitty bitty tiny brush to do his orange carrot nose, and I'm going to use Spice Pumpkin. Red. That's what I was thinking too. I think that will be so pretty. A little nose. Since I have orange on there, I'm just going to use the same color, the same brush, and just put red on there for our scarf. Let that dry a second, and then we'll do another coat. And then I am going to use this to do the black for his hat. I'm going to use the same brush. A little black hat. Offload. Make sure we get all the corners. I'm going to have to give him at least part of an eye, because to me he's looking up, so the buttons would be up here and his eye would be there. So I do want to give him an eye. And then maybe a little bit of a smile. And then the buttons would be right here. Because to me he's looking up this way, so the buttons would be on that side. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. What do you guys think? Now, I did make one boo-boo. I didn't take into account that those are trees and the stars would not be on the trees, but it's okay. They're shining through the trees. We're fine. We are fine. This is what we have so far. I do need to put some white on those trees. Let's see, I might use I'm going to have to add some more snow over here in that bottom corner. And some on this side. I am making sure that these trees are in the snow, so I'm pulling up some of that snow a little bit. I want to make sure that they are standing in snow. Add a little bit more to it because you can see the transition. I don't want to see that. I just want fluffy snow. So we're just adding some fluff to our snow. I think that looks good. Since we fluffed everything else up, we're going to have to fluff this too. And once we add our shimmer to it, it will look good. Gotta have a little bit more for that spot right there. Alright, now we have fluffy snow. We have a little bit of snow on his hat. I'll get a little brush. A little bit of snow on his scarf. Arms. His nose. Now we gotta add a little bit of snow to the trees here. Like I said, these are in the distance, so you don't really see the snow as much. You can tell that there is a little bit of snow on there. All right. Now we're going to add our words. Where'd our words go? Ugh. I'm going to add snowflake first, and then I'm going to add wish up on. new brush. Yes, or the snow text. I've got snow text too. That would be pretty. A light coat first, and then we're gonna do a more darker coat. Another light coat to make it darker, that's what I'm trying to say. I'm going to go ahead and add some of the snowflakes in while I have my brush, like these dots. I am probably going to do those in the gold. Because I'm going to add the snowflakes from the snowflakes, the real snowflakes. To get my Becker board so that I can get that done. That little part of the L. Dry it, and then we'll add some more. You guys, hey Miss Barb, you guys are quiet this morning, ladies. Please comment, hearts, likes. That's how Facebook helps me out and pushes me out to other people. So please, please, please let them know that you like what I'm doing. Sprinkle the whimsy out and do all the things, because that is what helps Facebook determine on whether somebody else might want to see this. So please help me grow. I appreciate that very, very much, because I like to share with others and help them get better at their stenciling and how to make different stencils work together. I am going to use the gold and add these as gold stars. They are not going to be as vibrant as the other ones. That's looking good. There's nothing on the back, so now I can add wish up on. my white back out. Cover this back up. And we will add some more gold stars and snowflakes. I'm probably going to add the smaller snowflakes due to the scale. Concentrating. Do you do that? You either get quiet or stick your tongue out or hold your mouth a certain way when you're doing something. Well, I do that all the time, and I'm like, oh, I hope I don't do that while I'm live. All right, let's dry that first, and then we'll add our remaining stars and snowflakes and I do want a snowflake right here where he is looking. I think I'm going to stick with this size. Just adding some snowflakes. And I will add that the shimmer later. Just some dot snowflakes, and I'll add a couple of the gold up here as well. Got a little bit of extra white here and there. Let's take a Q-tip and wipe it right off. I am going to add some snowflakes with my daughter. And don't forget to put snowflakes on your trees too, because snowflakes fall everywhere. They don't fall just in the blue parts of the sky. All right, does it need anything else? Let me know what you guys think. I can add some spatter, white spatter. Excuse me. I see the hearts. Thank you. Should we add anything else? I know I'm going to add the shimmer. I don't know if I'm going to add the shimmer or if I'm going to add the holographic crystal. Thank you, Sherry. I think 3 of those big snowflakes is good. That way it's not overwhelming. Let's see if I have a scruffy brush. That's what I'll call a scruffy brush, because it's always better to use one of these, because it does mess with your bristles, that glue part. Oh, this is the Enchanted Shimmer. No, I did get the shimmer out. Gosh darn it. I was wondering, I said, this does not look like my... This is the one I wanted to use. Because this will add some sparkle to our snow. And again, you can use snow text, you can use spackle, joint compound, all of these things to make this more 3D. So lots of different things you can do to add to this particular one. And any details will help make a difference and add to this beautiful scene. this will dry clear. It will be, this is really sparkly. I put the Enchanted Shimmer, and I'm leaving it. I am not going to put any of the sparkle over top. Sparkle is going to be for the rest of the snow. And the snowman. That way you have a little bit of a distinction as well. I'm not doing the scarf. I'm just going over his body. Face is going to be challenging. We got this. Let's see. What else do I need? Anything? Gonna add a little sparkle to our snowflakes as well. Just those little details will bring a little bit of brightness to your piece. You can also make those snowflakes raised. Using either speckle or joint compound. Well, I'll show you what that looks like. I hope the shimmer and the, see, I gotta see in the camera. It's gonna take a minute before the under the snowman is shimmer, and the rest is the glitter, holographic glitter. I hope it shows up. I hope you can see that shimmer. I'm gonna try to hold it. And that is all I had for you guys today. I think it turned out really pretty with our little scene, our little trees in the background. Hey, Miss Bonnie, you are just fine, my friend. And again, we just use different trees in the background and just a couple of snowflakes and just add a little bit of details. And again, we use different stencils to achieve that. So don't think you cannot combine your stencils and create something completely different. Let me pick a name real quick. Miss Kimberly going into the Happy Mail bucket, and I actually have paper now. I'm going to be creating a porch board from an older stencil set. I laid out my snowman. Yes, it's going to be hand-drawn snowman. But I made a template. That way I can reuse it if I need to make another one. How is it the 16th already? So that's what I'll be working on. I'm a double-sided porch board or porch leaner. Miss Renee going into the Happy Mail bucket. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what stencils or transfers you would like for me to create for you guys. Let me know what you think. Sorry I kept you a little longer. I will see most of you on Saturday for Soul Filled Saturday. I will stain the rest, the outside of the frame and the back, or the edges. And I will see you for creating and crafting Monday evening. Thank you, Miss Bonnie. And you guys have a blessed weekend. And I will see you Saturday for Soul Filled Saturday. And then Monday evening for our regular creating time. Love you guys. Appreciate you. Let me get up and turn this off.